Scanning, synchronizing, stabilizing. Engaged.
Good morning, everybody. This is Krev on K's Couch. I am excited. I'm excited because I'm alive. I'm excited because I can breathe. I'm excited because I can see you. And a lot of people haven't been given that privilege, to do that today. A lot of people have transitioned on. A lot of people have been in a position they can't move on their own. They can't get out of bed. They can't speak on their own. They can't breathe on their own. Some people are in position to where that, someone has to talk for them. And if you are not in that place where someone has to talk for you or someone has to pick you up, but you can do it on your own, be thankful today. Be thankful because a lot of people don't have the privilege that you have. And so I'm thankful this morning because I have that privilege. I have that right. I can get up. A lot of people can't do that. I want you to know, too, that you are special, that you are needed, that you are wanted, that you are loved, that you are appreciated. If no one has told you that this morning, K-Rev is telling you that this morning because you belong. You have a right to life. You have a right to the tree of life yourself. Just because you see people on TV that's getting all the riches and glory and fame, you think it just belongs to them. No, it belongs to you too. You have a right to life. You have a right to live. You have a right to have. You have a right to acquire, but what are you doing to get it? Do you feel that you belong? It belongs to you. And it does. Life is given to everyone. Everyone has been given the same measure of faith. Everyone's been given the same measure of time, same oxygen, same carbon monoxide. So it belongs to you. Now, what you do with your time, what you do with your opportunity is definitely up to you, but it is given to you. It is your right. You are a champion by birth, out of all the cells that floated around in the womb of your mom, you made it. So by default, you are a winner. By default, you are here. So with the time that you have available and allotted to you, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with this time? You have to stop waiting on things to happen. You sometimes have to get out and set yourself available to make things happen for yourself. Going out to get it sometimes means just setting your mind appropriately to be ready to receive, the things that you desire out of your, mindset. So today, thankful Thursday, thoughtful Thursday, terrific Thursday, however you want to phrase it that makes you feel better. Listen, it's Thursday. It's your day. It's your time. It's your hour. It's your season. So what are you going to do with it? K's Couch is brought to you by Standard Mag, the voice of the culture and the oxygen to the entrepreneur. Also, K-Rev, the Standard Mag is also accompanied by KR3 & Co. Enterprises, a company that actually helps businesses grow and grow securely. Are you tired as a business owner of people not really knowing your story and they can't separate you from your business? Look no further. KR3 & Co. Enterprises can help you with promotions, can help you with telling your story virtually and positioning you to have the best marketing package for people to understand who you truly are and why they should do business with you. So today, man, we're going to have an opportunity, as always, on Thursday with the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher, and she's going to be sharing with us today some conversation. Seasons is transitioning. We're coming out of the winter months into the springtime. And so the weather's been tripping out and it doesn't know what it wants to do, but the seasons do change. And a lot of times during the spring months or coming into the warmer months, people suffer from hay fever. We're suffering from, scratchy throats, runny noses, watery eyes. But do you know sometimes that can be based on what you're eating? So we're going to have a discussion today concerning that with Dr. LaTronica from Road to Wellness, and then also share about a couple programs that she have that can actually keep your immune system up. So that is all happening today on the couch. Kane's Couch today. So listen again, we're brought to you by Standard Mag, KR3 & Co. Enterprises, Lit Chat, now that your words have fire, new social media platform that I urge everyone to get on, to position yourself to kind of have another outlet of lounging in the social media aspect, getting to know new people, marketing your business, having, positive comments done for you. So listen, we look to see you there. Listen, is happening today on the couch. Kay's Couch.
Throughout life, one may feel he or she hasn't been heard, seen, or no one is listening. However, look up. Don't fret. There is a place for you.
Processing.
Greetings.
Access granted.
Welcome to the couch. Kay's Couch.
It does not say whether you're bad or good, but it is a measurement.
Every single time you go to that bathroom and you got a stream of urine flowing out, you need to be saying, praise God.
Wow.
Because that's a sign that your kidney is getting better.
Like during that time when it was a fraction of a penny, and then you held it until today, you're a multi-millionaire.
Great. And as a result of this next conference, I am going to have a number of events following the conference.
Okay, I got you.
Nobody else. Willing to open the book.
To get this knowledge that you have, you gave up a lot of personal time with family.
It's less than $40 for both.
Wow.
And I have it in a variety of colors.
I take every moment as it is. I've learned to be where my feet are.
Great morning, Doc. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It is a marvelous Monday, or as you say, a terrific Thursday, a thriving Thursday, a thirsty Thursday. This is an opportunity to go, another opportunity to go get it, right?
You got another opportunity to go
Another
get it.
opportunity to be on the right side of the dirt.
Yeah.
Get it.
It is another opportunity to be in that place, and it's very fortunate to have that. And many people do not take advantage of that. Many people do not take advantage of that. You think just because nothing has happened to you that it won't. You are a subject of things happening to you just like anybody else. So since it hasn't, listen, take advantage, and have a great day. So I'm glad to see you today. I'm glad you had a great week. You've made it through the week.
Absolutely. It's Thursday. Do you know these week? I guess this week has gone really fast because we lost that hour, right? Because I was like, why is it? By the time I get home, I sit down and eat, do a little reading. Next thing I know, it was 9 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my God, is it 9 o'clock already? Like, it's time to jump in the bed. Because then, you got to get back up at 5 in the morning to hit the gym. It's like, wow. Yeah. As if we needed anything to cause us to have to move faster.
Trust me, we don't need anything else. Don't need anything else. Losing an hour just really speeds up time even more. And time doesn't wait. It doesn't wait on us. It's not going to wait. It'll be 2 o'clock today before you know it. And if you're upset about something from this morning, you have to let it go, because time is going to keep moving.
The thing is, people have to understand that it's best not to be upset about things you can't control.
That's true.
And I find, and I have to coach my clients through that all the time, is that they, people come in here stomping their feet, upset, mad, angry, bitter, holding grudges behind things they can't control. And you can't control anybody else's behavior. You can only control yours.
That's true.
And that's what people have to understand. And so, and it is not easy, I know, because you want people to act and behave a certain way. But, we just unfortunately don't get the right to do that. You can influence it, but you can't control it.
You can't control it. And that is, you're definitely right. You just really have to find yourself in a place, really having to just really take a look at yourself and position and get ready to move forward and go higher in life, because you can only control You can only control yourself. And so that's really one of the biggest messages that we have in parallel to what we're talking about today.
Right.
You have control of your actions. You have control of what it is you do concerning your health. We cannot
That's right.
control the seasons. We cannot control the weather. But what we can control is position ourselves to be ready for the changing of the weather and the seasons. And before we have that conversation, you got to talk to us about this mantra. What's going on this morning?
Absolutely, because this mantra is so important. Because there's so much going on, and I was just telling you, I think over the last couple weeks, I've gotten text 5 different deaths, and it's just like, oh my God, 5 people that I
Wow.
actually know, have laid eyes on, have talked to. It's just amazing. And so I just wake up with so much gratitude. And so I'm thankful that I am still here to be able to walk in my purpose and to be able to share
Mhm.
some of the different just nuggets or pearls of wisdom for people to help them to be able to thrive and move forward. And then I'm just appreciative that, any of those could have been me
Right.
in any given time. That could have easily been me, or someone really really close to me. I mean, so I'm appreciative that I'm still here. I'm appreciative I still get to walk in my purpose. And then I'm always just grateful,
Mm.
because, and I make sure that I'm always grateful, because there's always so many things out there to be grateful for. A lot of
Mhm.
times, people live in disgrace, people live in disappointment and despair. But you have to start looking at the hourglass as half full. And once you start looking at it that way, then that's what it will become. And I know that
Mhm.
a lot of times that's really hard. It's easier said than done.
Right.
But as you start to reframe things in your life and try to see things from a positive light, then
Yes.
that's when things will start to shift in your life. So I'm always grateful that I am able to reframe things in my life. I'm able to just reframe how I see things. So being appreciative, being thankful, and being grateful is my mantra that I live by every single
Mm.
day, in spite of what the day brings me. I try to make sure I don't let anyone take that joy from me. It is mine. It was decided when I woke up. So
Mhm.
nobody gets to change that but me.
That is great. That is amazing. And that is so true. And so, people, I need you guys to understand, doesn't matter what state you find yourself in. What makes it easier is you can position yourself to be thankful. Your body and your cells hears what you're telling it. So you got to know that your body and your cells hear you. So position yourself to be ready for the day as much as you can. And so again, we just mentioned, Dr. LaTronica just mentioned that the very things that you can't control is your actions. So you can't control the weather because we're transitioning. And so the introduction to the video talks about some of the things that could cause some of these runny noses and these watery eyes, and this hay fever. Immune deficiency could be one of those things, and one of the
Mhm.
biggest things that help your immune system is what you put in it, and the foods that you
Right
eat.
here.
It's some of the things that you some of the things that you eat. So Doc, I want you to share with us, please, like what are some of the things that we could possibly avoid, to kind of help keep our immune systems up. What are some of the things that we can avoid and then we can take in to help keep our immune systems going?
So I think one of the biggest things I want people to really take away from this talk today is that GMO food is real.
Mm.
And that's what I want people to understand. Because if you understand what GMO food is, you will understand why we are sick at a younger age, why
Mm.
we're dying at a younger age, why
Mm.
we don't have much energy, why
Mm.
we're overweight,
Mhm.
why we're experiencing sleepless nights, why we're
Mm.
experiencing low sexual drive.
Mm.
It's because we're eating food that is synthetic and the body doesn't recognize what it is. So it's not giving our cells the healing nutrition that it needs for us to be well. So when you buy and you eat food, you need to start reading the labels and the packages. It needs to say non-GMO. That means it's not
Non-GMO.
fake, it's not synthetic. Everything about it is in its original form. It was grown properly, it was grown responsibly. Those are the things that we need to start looking at, because the things that really start that we need to avoid that cause a lot of allergies is going to be dairy. The cow. The cow's milk was meant for his baby. It wasn't meant for us. Our mother's milk was meant for us.
Got
And
you.
the cow's milk was meant for his baby. Why are we as humans over there drinking the cow's milk? It wasn't for us.
Wow.
So that's why we keep producing mucus. That's why we have runny nose. That's why we get sick. That's why we have a lot of inflammation, because we have crossbred it over into the animal's milk when it wasn't ever meant for us.
Wow.
So and I people will tell me, well, I don't drink milk. I don't drink milk. Well, let's look a little deeper, Carrie. Where
Let's
else
look.
is dairy?
Ice cream.
It's ice cream. It's in, guess what that real big one is that people love?
What's that?
Cheese. Cheese. Because people will tell me, I don't drink dairy. I don't drink milk. And I said, well, do you eat cheese? Oh, I love cheese. I just love cheese. Well, that's what it is. It's dairy.
Right. Absolutely.
It's dairy. And so the thing is that if you continue to consume dairy, you will continue to have inflammation, and you will continue to spiral into a really big negative ball of energy that causes what? The big C word, cancer.
Cancer.
So cheese, ice cream, milk, a lot of these cheesy foods, when we go out to eat, we put cheese on everything. People eat cheese by itself. We put it on a cracker. It's cheese is just everywhere.
Wow.
It's just everywhere. And they really got fancy, from Gouda cheese, right, to Swiss mozzarella. They got really fancy with it. And they all have different flavors, blue cheese. And so cheese, dairy, milk, ice cream. If you want to see your allergies go away, just stop them for 30 days and see what happens.
Wow. So, people.
Stop them for 30 days and see what happens. The second thing I usually would suggest people get rid of that causes a lot of allergies, overweight, inflammation, sleepless nights, as I said, is gluten. What is gluten, Dr. Fisher? Gluten is wheat. Anything that has wheat in it. So when you buy things in the store, turn the package over. This has to become who you are. Turn the package over, read it. If it says wheat, put it back.
Wow.
Because if it says wheat, that means that you're going to start to have some digestive problems, some gastric problems, some bloating problems.
Wow.
Because wheat used to be non-GMO. We could eat it. It was in our bread. It was in a lot of things, but it was healthy for us. Now they figured out how they can grow it exponentially for half the cost and make an abundance of revenue on making fake wheat. So that's why now you see people with gluten intolerance. If you ever go in the store now, you see gluten-free, food. That's because they made all this wheat GMO. People think about it. 20 years ago, people didn't have gluten intolerance.
That's true.
You didn't see gluten-free food because the wheat was real. Now the wheat is no longer real. So now that's why everybody's like gluten sensitive. So they put gluten in a lot of things to bind foods together. Even in processed, vegetarian meats, you have to look to see if they have wheat, because those are all very dangerous to our health. But those are the top two that will cause allergies every single time, season round, not just during allergy season, all year round. So I
Wow.
tell people if they're able to drop those two things for at least 30 days, they will see a tremendous improvement in their health and in their sinuses.
Wow. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Dropping the gluten,
Dairy
dropping
and the gluten.
dairy and gluten. That is, and a lot of times, even up until recently, maybe a couple years ago, consciously we do not put together sometimes what we eat that affects the body. Sometimes we just eat out of just habit, or we eat because
Mm-hmm.
we're hungry, but we don't actually take a look at some of the effects, of what this food actually, does to the excuse me, to the
Mm-hmm.
outer appearance.
Right.
So what you put in this body, what you put in, actually, it really does affect what's out here. You got to
Mm-hmm.
really make sure that you're really taking the initiative nowadays of reading labels. Because you're right. It's so, I mean, I look up when I'm working online, when I'm working at my computer, you know, all these Google stories, all these stories on the front page of the Microsoft page of so many people are passing away in droves. I mean, like in droves, and and you look at some of these superstars, the superstar YouTube superstars, Instagram superstars passing away at I mean, 2 weeks ago I was online. Every person that I seen pass away wasn't even 40 yet.
I
And it was
know.
just it was so sad
Yeah.
that you got all these young people passing away, and all of them is not gun violence. Some of it's just causes of health causes, and it's just really really a sad thing. And so now we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back after the break, and we'll see what are some of the programs that you have in place at Road to
Mm-hmm.
Wellness, on how we can actually keep our immune system up, and what are the tests that we can utilize that can actually see where we are engaged, where we are personally right now, that can help us understand what we need to do in order to make sure that we're transitioned
Yeah.
appropriately in these seasons. So we'll be right back with the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher from Road to Wellness. It's happening on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Cage Couch. We'll be right back.
Life is filled with many unexpectancies. If something happened to you today, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or diagnosed with anything terminal, are you prepared for what's next? Only 1 out of 4 to 5 Americans have considered that life is unexpected, uncertain, and has some uncontrollable risk. Are you that 4 to 5 that hasn't taken action yet? Call right now for your free quote. Tomorrow's not promised. The protection of your legacy depends on what choice you make in this moment. Call right now.
Now, as being a holistic doctor, what are maybe a one little trinket of information that you can give us on how to make sure that we stay connected to our health in the time of a pandemic?
We need to be drinking water and exercising.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can tell people. If they don't want to do anything and they don't want to pay for anything, you must be exercising. It's not negotiable anymore. It's
Gotcha.
not negotiable anymore, because exercising is what helps balance the hormones. It helps detox the body. It helps improve circulation. It's the best way to continue to build bones. It's the best way to help build your immune system. So that's the one token you can do to help improve your system while we're dealing with this virus. And you must drink water, and the water does not need to have sugar or additives, and water does not mean alcohol, juices, Kool-Aid. You know how growing up we used to have that red Kool-Aid.
Absolutely.
It does not include any of that. It's just water.
Dublin, Georgia. Let's get ready for a night of elegance.
You have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. If you keep this up, then I'll let you in. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gotta make them jealous, everybody. 'Cause you know we got it, chemistry. Oh yeah, all around me. Oh yeah, chemistry. Oh yeah, you and me. Yeah, you know we got it, chemistry. You make all my problems feel miles away. Nothing in this world made sense up till today. I can see the colors now, no black and white. If you keep this up, then I'll stay the night. 'Cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you.
The time is now for Supernatural Wealth Transfer for Kingdom citizens. Experience a time of transformation and empowerment at our 9th annual Call to Wealth International Summit. This one-of-a-kind event will be held at the luxurious Ritz-Carlton Aruba Resort, July 27th to the 30th. Fiery sunsets and calm turquoise water are the backdrop for your time of relaxation and rejuvenation. Event hosts are Paul and Angela Pipersberg. Our speakers will pull back the curtain on proven systems and strategies that has built their wealth portfolio. You will learn how to navigate this new economy through trading and accumulating digital assets. Special thanks to our diamond sponsor to date, Donnies Connerly, Citadel Community Development. Register now, www.angelapipersberg.com. Sponsorship and vendor opportunities are also available. Call 856-414-0818 for more information. See you in Aruba, your happy place.
At the dawn of your time, no one could calculate the storms of life. One thing's for sure, you were built for it. You have one life. Drive hard and live free.
And we're back with the great Dr. LaTronica. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for being available. Got quite a few comments this morning, and I'm thankful. My friend Marcus chimed in with saying good morning. He said good morning this morning.
Wonderful,
Shira.
Marcus. How you doing, Marcus? Hey, Shara. Yes,
Shira
indeed.
was here, and Dr. Latricia Watkins, she was here this morning. She just recently had surgery, and she was saying how important health is, and she's had a pretty speedy recovery. She had 4 tumors removed, and understand that her health is important, and she thanks God for speedy recovery. And so definitely want her and would love for her to make sure that she reaches out to you. Maybe you have some things that you could probably talk to her about.
Oh
depending on
yeah,
what type of
especially after
tumors.
having surgery.
Yeah,
There's just
yeah.
so many things that a lot of times there's just a lot of things that people need to learn, because we create these challenges and we have these procedures done that helps to eliminate it, but we have to learn how to eliminate that challenge returning.
Gotcha.
And that's what we have to learn. So if we get cancer, I have people who come and say, well, it came back again. Well, it came back was because they never changed what created it. So we have to change what created, and that starts with our mindset.
Absolutely. Definitely understand that. So I really, really, and people, I want you guys to understand this is just not me just promoting someone that I don't know. No, I've been knowing Dr. LaTronica now for a very long time, and we've connected on some real great conversation. Not just that, but also I have some people that are very dear to me that has actually done business with her, including myself. My mom, great friends, that's really connected to her, and that's following a lot of her procedures and programs that has really, really helped to be a part of a great growing system for your body. So please, Dr. Watkins, please reach out to Dr. LaTronica. She is offering, as you can see, a free consultation, 15-minute consultation with her to kind of share what's going on with you. 713-520-8188. And before we wrap up, share with us a little bit about this loyalty program. I know this loyalty program is a program that kind of helps us with our system. Talk to us about that.
Well, one of the things that I'm most appreciative and thankful and grateful that you do, Carrie, is that you share with our community the importance of us starting to really make a shift on how we see medicine. Okay. And I love that. And like you said, not only do you share it and you expose people to it, you actually partake and participate in it yourself. You're not just on the radio behind the mic, just talking hypocritically. You actually do participate in what we need to know more about. Keeping in mind that, remember, I was once doing traditional allopathic medicine. That's traditional medicine where I would take my prescription pad and I would write a prescription for medicine all day long. Wow. I lost my dad to colon cancer. I lost my grandfather to brain tumors and lung cancer. And after a while, enough was enough. Okay. And I say this because insurance does not cover the cost of natural traditional natural medicine, but we have come up with a program through our loyalty program to make it affordable for people to get well and stay well using what God put on the planet originally. He put food and medicine and herbs on every single planet for us to be well. There's not a single place you can go in the country that there's not natural herbs and medicine.
That's true.
To live up, not a single place. So he had already designed how we were going to get well. So when people say it's not real medicine, no, it was the first medicine.
Right.
It was the first medicine. It actually is what medicine is. Then man came along and mucked it all up and made it what it is today, which is what we call synthetic medicine. And that's why we're getting sick. And when we take a medication to fix one problem, all we're doing is creating another problem. So I say that to say that I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to partake in it. So we created a loyalty program because I know that sometimes it's a challenge for people to be able to afford to do things naturally. And what our loyalty program is, it's a program where people spend $130 a month. That's extremely invaluable because what it includes is that they're able to get a vitamin C drip to help boost your immune system, helps to just get rid of like free radicals, cancer cells, put vitamins and nutrients and minerals back into your body. We also have an oxygen treatment. So some people have lung problems or they have deficiencies. A lot of it is due to lack of oxygen. So we offer an oxygen program. We have a part of that program is called our Symphony of the Cell. What that means is that we drop oils down your spine, diffuse it into your body so that it travels to the organs that's needed to regenerate and to get and to heal. And then one of our most popular ones that everyone comes to see us is this Quest test. This Quest test right here, this little old bitty gadget, which is very, very nice. This gadget right here cost me about $15,000. But what it does is when you put your samples on top of this gadget, it scans your body from head to toe and tell me what your body is dealing with as a challenge. And all you do is if you come in, when people come in, they just hold it just like this. If you can't come in, you send your samples to us and we just place them on top of the box. And I still scan it as if you're here, but I'm using your DNA to scan you. So from head to toe, whether you have lung problems, whether you have brain problems, whether you have kidney problems, whether you have problems with circulation, whether you have things going on with your sinuses, your liver, your kidney, it tells me what the problem is. And the problem with traditional medicine is they don't pick up functional problems. A functional problem is like you may have heavy metal going on, and that's why you're sick. You may work in a chemical plant where you're welding or you work in the oil industry. traditional medicine don't pick up that you have industrial environmental toxins in your body that's making you sick. So this is why this type of medicine is the best. And what we call that is functional medicine. You may have mold. If you don't change your vents in your house every quarter, and I know during COVID, it was hard for people to actually get vents.
Yep.
Because of all of the allergies and the issues that were going on, people were having to deal with those filters in their houses much longer than they were supposed to, and so that was a shortage. So that creates mold in your lungs and in your environment. So there are so many things that people are dealing with, and they're sick, and you go to the doctor with all these symptoms, and they tell you you're perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. That's what we call traditional medicine, because they're looking at your labs, but they're not looking at the functional outcome. So that's what we have the ability to do. So you could you'll have an option to have a Quest test. You also can do a nutritional consult by Zoom. We have those options available. You get discounts on whatever protocols that we place you on. So those are the options that we have available at a very inexpensive price, which means that everybody should be a part of the program.
Everybody.
Because everybody needs to have a budget for what you're going to do to stay well.
That is
You
so
have
true.
to have a budget for what you're going to do to stay well. If you don't, one will be dictated for you on the back end, and I promise you it will not be $130.
Wow.
You will be up in the thousands, because now you're trying to fix something that's severely broken. So if you can, and you're listening, try not to get to that place. Try to be more proactive with your life now. Some people say, well, I can't afford $130 a month. You can't afford to now, not to nowadays in today's society. You have to start looking at what you have in your house that's not needed. Start looking around you and how you're spending money. Are you eating out? And that's not needed. Because now people are dying left and right, just like I share with you. I know 5 people close to me that I'm just like, wow, that has passed away for various reasons. Various reasons. So I'm saying you have to be proactive with your life. You have to be proactive in knowing what's going on.
Wow. Please, this is amazing, Dr. LaTronica. And she is not joking. That Quest test, I've taken it. My mom's taken it. Shira, she's on. She's been involved. And so understand, this program is amazing. One of the things that Dr. LaTronica revealed to me during my Quest test is I was dealing with plastics, and then she asked me, did I drink a lot of bottled water? Yes. So could share with them real quick, when you're drinking bottled water, and I want people to understand this, what is that happens when you open the bottled water? Either you got to drink it all then, or you got to throw it away. Share that with the people, please.
Right. So what I was sharing with you that showed up on your test, and that's a good point, because these are some of the simple things that show up that people really don't think about when we talk about the value of the test. So one of the things that showed up on Kay's test is BPA. So BPA means that and I asked him, do you dish your food up in plastics? Are you drinking out of plastics? And that's when he shared, when you're working, you sit down, you get a bottle of water, you open it up, you drink it, you close it, you open it up, you close it, you open. Once you open up a bottle of water, you are actually supposed to drink the entire bottle. If you don't, you remember how you open water and you hear that little that little fizz sound? That's because now what has happened is chemicals has leaked into your water.
Wow, man.
Chemicals has leaked into your water called bisphenol. And bisphenol is a very toxic chemical that throws your hormones out of balance. So men, prostate problems, women, breast problems, uterus problems, cervical problems. It throws your hormones out of balance when you consume a lot of plastic. So the same with dishing up your food. So that's why you see me here drinking, and I'm drinking out of glass.
Right.
So I make a big gallon of water in a stainless steel container, and then I pour it into here as I'm here at work, and I drink out of glass. So you should not be drinking and consuming water out of plastic. If you buy bottled water, as soon as you open that top, you should be transferring that water into a stainless steel container or a glass container.
That is awesome. And I have a stainless steel liter cup. I don't have it by my desk right now, but I showed it to you last time, and that's what I use for my water. I even went as far as ordering a water system for my home. So I get water and delivered and get things like that. So it's I'm happy about that. So that's what I want you guys to understand, that once you get a taste of this holistic view and you really grab hold to it, I need you guys to understand that this is important. Like, you can't afford not to really look at your health anymore because of what's going on around you. We have a fight to really, really uphold. But let's position ourselves while we have the ability, while we have the strength to really start looking at this, because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is if you don't take care of it now, you're going to be forced to do it later on, and you're going to have to do it either way. So why not do it while it's voluntary? Why not do it while you have the strength? Why not do it while you can do it without someone having to force you to do it later? Because it's much harder later on.
Right. And I always tell people, when they always say that they can't afford to do it, guess what? You can make more money.
Yeah, you can.
we all have the ability to make more money. When it's something good for me and I think I need to do it, I would do whatever I need to do what needs to be done. So when it comes to your health, I promise you can figure out how to make an extra $130 a month if you have not figured that out. It is so easy to do. And like I said, he was saying, I promise you, nowadays, if you could just be a fly on the wall of all the issues and the people that are coming in that what we call have issues in the tissues at a young age now, at a very young age. You don't want to be a statistic. So get in front of your health, because like I said, on the back end, you're going to have to exalt everybody in your family to helping you and driving you here and picking you up and helping you, all because you were too busy chasing something other than making sure that your health and self-care was a priority. So I strongly, strongly encourage you, because of all the changes I'm seeing now. And that's why when we talk about the environmental pollution, stress pollution, food pollution, the phone pollution, there's something for all these different areas that you can do to improve your life.
I'm excited. I'm so thankful. Again, Dr. LaTronica, thank you so much for being available. Thank you so much for the choices that you've made in your life to be the doctor that you are. So many sacrifices you had to give up, so many things that you had to put to the side just to get to this point. And I want to thank you and appreciate you for those choices, because without without your light, without your conversation, without your positioning, many of us that you have come in contact with will be out here lost. Many of us will be out here strobing, trying to find the answer, but you have it. And I thank you for being that person. So everybody, I need you guys to connect with her. Those who catch the restream, and those who are on now, give her a call. Free consultation, 713-520-8188. 713-520-8188. Let them know that you saw her on Kay's Couch, and just have a conversation with her. Connect with her, see what's going on, set yourself up to have the Quest test, position yourself to be on the loyalty program. This is about you. This is not just about you. I think if you do not take care of your health, you're being selfish, because you got others to consider too, your family. So position yourself to be in contact with her. Check her website out. Check her website at drlatronicafisher.com. I want you to go there. LinkedIn, Dr. LaTronica Fisher, Road to Wellness. Also, I want you guys to take a look at Instagram, Dr. Fisher Road R2W. And you can catch her on Facebook, Dr. LaTronica Fisher. And also, she is a contributing writer to the magazine. So listen, I want you guys to understand that you can catch her in many different ways. Also, at the same time, I want you guys to take a look at the QR code at the top. Take your camera. When you take your camera from your phone, let me see, where's my camera at? Got so many notifications here. And you make sure you take your camera, hit it up. When you hit the camera, and this is what populates. Hold on, my phone is a little slow. You will get Dr. LaTronica Road to Wellness. I need you guys to go there. Use your phone. So there's so many ways that you can connect with this great doctor, man. So I want you guys to take your health seriously. So, listen, we're going to wrap up tomorrow. We talking about health today. Tomorrow we'll be with Josephine Jackson from the UK. She is a contributing writer already also as well, but she's a lifestyle and fitness coach for your body. We talk about the health. And then we talk about maintaining that health through exercise tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about the body type endomorph. We talked about them last week. We'll be talking about exercises that help the endomorph tomorrow. So this is awesome and amazing. So listen, I need you guys to stay connected, because when you stay connected, stay to the fire, you get the greatest information possible. Anything else, doctor, before we go?
No, that'll be it. I think we hit on all of it. I think they get the picture. It's just show up and show out for you.
Show up, and show out for you. You guys understand. Love life and live love. You only have one. And listen, hang out with me a couple minutes, Dr. LaTronica, after the outro. Want everybody to have a great day. Enjoy your day, and we'll talk to you soon. It's been the Couch, K's Couch.